of all the girls I've gone on dates with. And it's hard for me, though, to imagine being lonely because I've been lonely for so long, it's just remembering at this point. That was a smart joke. You'll get it in a sec. You'll get it in a sec, guys. I think I had bad luck with women because I got some bad lady advice when I was a kid from my dad. I was in 6th grade and I got my first girlfriend. And my dad was like, Andrew, you gotta be careful with women. And I was like, why? He's like, hey, he looked at me dead in the eyes. And look, you're the dead in the eyes guy. You're me. I'm my dad. And he's like, because the pussy drives you crazy. And I was in 6th grade, and I had a Tamagotchi, and a bowl cut, and I had no idea what pussy was. This is still when AOL was around. I was on dial-up. I hadn't figured out what pussy was. But flash forward to when I'm in college, I'm running around town trying to buy this girl that I liked a gnome statue because she collected gnome figurines, and I was like, this is what my dad's talking about. This pussy driving me crazy. So I called up my parents, and I was like, hey, is Dad there? My mom was like, no. I was like, I want to tell him what he meant when he told me that. She was like, Andrew, that's not what your dad was talking about by the pussy driving me crazy. And I was like, well, what did he mean? She was like, your father's dying of syphilis. Shit killed Al Capone! Killed Friedrich Nietzsche. You gotta be careful. I was dating this girl, and by dating I mean I went out on a date with this girl 3 times. And I have a problem with women because I find one really good feature in them, and then I ignore all the bad features about them. So this girl has this like beautiful tattoo on her hand, and I'm just like, this girl's so fucking hot. Like I'm like so in love with this girl with a hand tattoo. And she proceeds to tell me that she's got a 3-year-old son. And I'm like, I don't care, you got a fucking hand tattoo. And then I was like, hey, don't worry about me, I don't have a criminal record. And she was like, well, I do, but it's not so bad. Like, it's just been like a lot of domestic things. And I was like, I don't really care, you got a fucking hand tattoo. And she was supposed to come out to a comedy show to see me last Wednesday. And she was like, I'm on my way. And she never showed up. And she's not responding to my texts. So I think maybe something really bad happened to her. Like maybe she's dead. Because in my mind, I'd rather her be dead than for me to have to deal with the rejection from another fucking woman. I'm a bad person. What I'm getting at is I'm a bad person, guys. I think, I realized I was a bad person the other day because I had this thought in my old brain. I said, I wish I had a time machine. Now, a lot of people have thought that, but the reason I wished I had a time machine was not to go prevent 9/11 from happening or to kill Hitler. I was taking a shit, and it was taking a really long time, and I had left my iPhone in my bedroom. And I was like, how am I going to check my OK Cupid account while taking a shit? I wish I had a time machine. Go back in time, check that shit out. I don't know, guys. I think I have a hard time meeting women because I don't go to bars. Like, I don't like bars. There's this bar in Atlanta. Have you guys heard of this place, Atlanta? You ever been there? You heard of it? There's a bar called Church in Atlanta. Has anyone ever been there? You guys like that bar? I fucking hate that bar. This is why. This bar is called Church, and underneath it says, Church, it's a bar. Real clever. I get it. You can tell your mom you went to church on Sunday. Instead, you were taking Jaeger bombs with your buddies. I think it's kind of pretentious. It's a bar full of people who are 100% certain that they know what's going to happen when they die. I just think it's a bunch of bullshit. And like you can go in and you can put on preacher robes in this bar. You guys have done that? Okay, alright, well here's this one's for you. And you can put it on, take a picture like, hey look, it's so cool, Christianity's bullshit or whatever. And listen, I'm not defending Christianity, guys. I hate Jesus as much as the next 26-year-old tattoo guy drinking PBRs walking around East Atlanta. But I just don't think you could open up a bar called Synagogue. You're like, come on in, we're a yarmulke. Going upstairs to the Anne Frank bar. You gotta be quiet or else the Nazi bartender's gonna catch you and you gotta take a kosher shot. That exists. And like, I hate a lot of things. Like, I hate my ex-girlfriend Heather, but I'm not gonna open up a bar called Heather's. Like, come on in, you can drink as much cheap white wine as you want until you say something racist in front of Andrew's parents. Make sure you tell the bartender that you love her. She'll tell you she loves you back, but we know it's bullshit. And if it's your birthday, show your ID, and then she'll take you on a romantic getaway to a cabin and then break up with you on your birthday. I don't like Heather. I don't like that girl. And I know what you're thinking. He mentioned this Stephanie girl at the beginning and this Heather girl now. Maybe he's just, changing names around. He had one shitty ex-girlfriend. No, it's two shitty ex-girlfriends. One of them cheated on me, and both of them are liars. I got issues. I got a lot of issues, guys. But I'm really happy to be here in Athens, Georgia. Right? Athens? I used to live here. I was up here delaying being an adult, playing music. And it didn't really work out for me, but the most I ever got, I think, for playing a show was like $5. I got paid $5. But now, I'm in Atlanta doing stand-up comedy here, and I'm getting paid nothing. So I should have stayed in Athens. What I love about Athens is I went to the ATM today and took out like $20. And in Atlanta, $20 is gonna get me like maybe 3 drinks, which isn't enough to kill the sorrow. But in Athens, I'm pretty sure I might even go home making money tonight. I don't know how. Like I was up here on Tuesday doing a show and I bought drinks for like 4 of my friends and put a 20 down and he gave me $8 back. Jesus fucking Christ. So I tipped him $1. Because I'm a stand-up comedian who performs for free. But I drink a lot. I would assume you guys are drinking tonight. Is that a true statement? Just a few. That's not for everybody. I've been drinking a lot of malt liquor recently because I'm just trashy as fuck. And my friend was like, why are you drinking malt liquor? And I was like, because it gets you drunk as shit for really cheap. And he's like, well, poop is free, but you don't go eating that. And I was like, hold on a sec. Does poop get you drunk? Because if poop gets you drunk, I'm going to start eating the shit out of some shit. But I was at the doctor recently, and they were like, how many drinks a week do you have? And I wanted to lowball it, because I don't want to come across as an alcoholic. So I was like, I don't know, like 15, 16 drinks a week. She was like, Jesus, that's a lot of drinks. You might have an alcohol problem. I was like, well, I thirded the amount of drinks I have a week. And you think I have an alcohol problem? And I did the math, I double-checked the math. It's about like 45-ish drinks a week. And I had to double-check the math because I also have a math problem. But the only difference between that and my alcohol problem is that I could stop doing math at any point in my life. I've gone 3 days and never done simple addition or subtraction. But take the PBR away.